Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm gonna do something that I really need to do, and that is declutter and deorganize my knitting corner and also sort out my yarn stash, because during the summer I just have been stuffing and taking out yarn out of my boxes that I have here, and it's quite messy. It's not organized anymore. I also feel like my bobbins in the back, they're just not color coordinated anymore, and I don't like that because it just doesn't look fun and cute. The blues are not together, and I just think it's time for a refreshment, because it is the end of August, and the end of August means that it's almost September, and September means that we're one step closer to fall, which means we're one step closer to actually be able to wear our knit and crochet stuff. At least for me, because I don't like to knit for the summer. I just really don't like to do it, and I think we're almost there. It's almost my time to shine. I'm gonna get so productive again once September starts, because I just know the weather will get colder and nicer, and yeah, I'm so excited. So I want to start the knitting season on a good fresh note. So I really want to declutter everything, because there's also like a lot of crap that is just laying on my knitting table that is not belonging there. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. And you know, I'm excited for it, but also I kind of don't want to do it, but I have to. So I will just take you along with me, and I hope at the end of this video my knitting station is a lot more calm and more inviting to work on, because I also haven't worked on my knitting machine in ages. I also feel like I have to clean that, but maybe I will do that another time, because that's just gonna take all day then as well, and I don't want to do that. So let's start with what will we start? I think the first thing that I will do is actually declutter and take all the stuff from my knitting table and under my knitting table that really does not belong there, because it's a bit messy. There's also just so much stuff in here. Like, I went yarn shopping and I have an empty bag. So maybe in this empty bag I can either collect trash, or I keep this bag for later if I am sorting out my yarn. Let's start with all the crap that has nothing to do with knitting, which is my camera stuff. I really need to find like a better place for this. All of this. That was already broken. Okay. No! Okay, at least this one is fine. Oh my god. I can fix this. Okay, so far so good with the decluttering. Also, my cute wicker basket, I really need to also fix it, because I actually genuinely really like to use this as a handbag. But one of the flaps went loose, so. Do you also have it that when you are decluttering and you have like stuff that you don't know what to do with, so you just put it in a bowl and collect stuff in that? That's like a good one. Same goes for this bag. I don't even want to know what's in this bag, because there's just everything in this bag was just on my table, and then because it really bothered me, I just put everything in a bag and put it there. But that's not a solution for my crap, so I will just also declutter that later. Let's see at the bottom. I have my camera, my sunglasses. I bought the cutest tights for winter. They're like a burgundy and red polka dot. I absolutely love that, but have no business being in my knitting corner. And also what I found in the secondhand store are actually A4 sending bags, which is super fun for when I'm selling scarves, because this winter I will sell scarves again. This is not a promotion video, but I will make scarves again like I did last year. And I also think I want to do the challenge again of how many tiny knit scarves I can knit in 24 hours. So I feel like that will be very fun to do. I can't wait to start filming more winter related videos. Then I also have this basket which I really have to go through with all my knits that I do wear, I think. But yeah, again, it's too hot, so I'm not really sure. And there's also some knits in there that I really need to unravel or like redo. Also, I have to tackle that. I feel like I'm just moving myself, but that's okay. I will take off this cloth because plant also really does not need to be there. This is also, I need to put this away. I bought a new laptop because this one broke in, I should put it in this case. I always have hopes that it will start working again because all my Sims are on there. I love to play The Sims, and now I'm very devastated because I had a farm with a alpaca and bunnies, like, and now I can't work it anymore, which is very sad. But also it just needs to be put away. I'm also gonna put that back where it belongs. With these ones, I just never know. I have these mats, like these puzzle mats for kids, and I always block my items on there, which is a great tip if you don't want to buy the really expensive made for knitter mush mats. But I use them so much, but I always put them away normally in the cupboard. But since I use them so much, I just think it's very inconvenient that they're always hidden away. And in the end, they always just stay on this chair. But I really have to find a solution for that. That's done. This is all my yarn, or like skeins of yarn. I will have to tackle through this later. I will put this to the side. And then a bag with stuff that I don't know, that I don't need. What is even in there? Okay, that will be a bit easier to see. Oh yeah, I have my Mary Janes that are broken that I still need to put to the shoe repair person. I don't know how you call that in English, but you know, it's broken. It's really sad. They're broken on the side, like here. But I really love them. Then I have a canvas. Oh yeah, when I make my knit frames, I always buy ugly canvases in the secondhand store and just take off the white fabric and staple on my knits. Again, like, where do I put this? I also have a tinier one. They're always so ugly, but they're so cheap. This was like €1. It's very good. And then I have clay, which is, this needs to go into the cupboard. And these are, what is this even? Oh no. These are like things that I have been knitting, but I'm not finishing. I was making a cardigan. I never know, do I unravel? What do I do with this? Do I throw this away? Do I continue it? I just don't know. And then I also, once I wanted to hop on the trend of felting my pieces, and let me tell you, if there's one trend I really don't like, it's the felted stuff. Like, this just turned out really ugly. It looks like it, like on the strap, that somebody has chewed on it. Okay, good to know. Lastly, this is something that I would like, my antennas of my knitting machine, that I would like to put somewhere else, maybe with the rests, because it just always gets in the way since it's so inconvenient. Same goes for these things. I always try to keep this little thing clean, and I need to collect all of my needles because I put them everywhere. See, I have this little box, which is super convenient. I put all my knitting stuff in there. And then, yeah, these just need to go back to where they belong. I love laundry clips. I think I also have some in here to hang on my knitting as a weight. Or when you do color work on your machine, it's super easy to just click everything together with laundry clips. So that's really convenient. Quite clean. Put away in this box as well. Next up, I'm gonna declutter my little cupboard, because here I put all of my knitting stuff in. I have this one towel that I always use when I block my stuff. So actually maybe that needs to be washed. I'm not sure. But I think I can throw this out. I have never filet crocheted with this tiny yarn, but I have to put this in my yarn stash. These are all my buttons, which are quite organized, I must say. I have one basket that is dedicated to all of my knit stuff, and then I have a basket that is dedicated to all of my sewing stuff, and I have my sewing machine. This will just go exactly in the same space as it was before. Did you know that I once made a graphic novel for my master project? And then I made a little story about Goldie the Pillow Princess. I just thought it was very funny. And it's like based on like a children's book. And I don't know, I really had a lot of fun drawing everything. I drew everything by hand, and then I scanned it, and then I colored it in digitally. Yeah, and it's really cute, I must say. I feel like I really found my drawing style, like my analog drawing style, while making this. And I think I realized that when you draw, it doesn't have to be perfect, because that makes it really like you, which I think is very fun. Oh, here are my earpods. Okay. This is gonna be my trash bag. I think there was a reason why they were at the top, because I put them up here. So I organized all of my yarn. I don't know about this yarn. I think I'm gonna throw this yarn away. I'm not sure. I don't really trust it for some reason. Perfect. Let's move on to, I think, my yarn baskets. Let's continue with my 2 boxes of yarn. And I really want to sort out a lot of yarn because I feel like, or like a lot is maybe a lot is not really true because I don't know, I just have a really hard time letting go of yarn because like what if in the future I want to make a project and I used to have this specific yarn and now I don't anymore. It's just not, I can't. So I just really want to organize it because different sorts are like all mixed through each other and that is just not good. So let's just start also with the yarns that are laying on top. And the thing is, what was also being put in this yarn baskets are clothes or fabrics. And that does not belong there. So that will definitely go away. And let's just start with the first one. And then I have this one. Or maybe I should just empty it and sort it out, all of them, and see how it goes. Just on the side. That is also an option. That I just lay out all my yarn. Sort by sort. Okay, I obviously have been loving a lot of fluffy yarn and I can already tell that they're scattered all around my baskets. When I moved, I already put out a lot of my acrylic yarn because I don't really use acrylic yarn anymore. I don't really like it. I don't like the feeling how it, you just can't breathe into it. So I just really also maybe want to get rid of like some acrylics that I will just not use anymore. Obviously these are also polyester, but that's like a different vibe because they're fluffy yarn. Also I have this attempt fluffy color that is also in there and that should not be in there. Let's see. I just really don't know where to start. Maybe I just need to take everything out. Then I also have yarn that got tangled up that I need to untangle. Everything that doesn't belong in them I will just put on the side and see. First, when I got this yarn, I really did not like the color, but now I think it's very cute with like a turquoise and even with this green together. So you see, maybe a couple of years ago I would have put away that yarn, but now I really like it. So I just never know. This yarn, I think it's the same with this. I don't know about this. I don't even know what color they like, what this is. It's like a really muted orange and I don't like orange. And then that kind of orange is even more ugly. I used to put all my yarn on toilet paper rolls because it was way easier to knit on my machine with. I still do it like sometimes, but I don't really make as big of garments anymore with these tiny skeins because now I obviously have a lot of cones. So I most of the time now try to use my cones when I knit on my machine because it's just way more convenient than using these little skeins. And sometimes I wonder, like, does a person need this much yarn? Absolutely not. Like, in no way do people need this much yarn. But I have been knitting for so long and I also received some yarn, so that's why I just have a lot of yarn. Last year I was a really big fan of this color, so I have a lot of little skeins in that color and also a lot of cones in that color. Also love secondhand yarn. There is some secondhand yarn in there. Obviously when you buy secondhand yarn, just make sure that there's no bugs or anything in it, because I once was at the register and it was a very pretty mohair alpaca yarn, like I had like, I think 5 or 4 skeins of it, and it was super, super pretty until I was at the register and I realized that there were bugs in there. And then I was like, can I put this back? I don't want this anymore. And I was so upset because the yarn itself was super, super cute. But yeah, if there's moss in there, I just don't want to bring that in my yarn stash. So that was a bit unfortunate because I feel like it's really nice to buy. For example, this is also secondhand yarn. It's really nice to buy because it feels more special, the yarn, because you can't just buy it anymore, I think, most of the time. So it feels more like a limited edition dead stock yarn, which is just always very fun to use. But if there's bugs in there, I would prefer not to use it. I also have like a lot of these tiny little balls, and I'm thinking, do I keep them in here or do I want to keep them in a separate basket if I want to make a scrap yarn project or something? But then again, you know, when you're like making something and then all of a sudden you like need a little tiny amount of yarn, and then so maybe I should not, because I have like a little ball of orange left and it's not the same orange as my cones. Let me just put these here. Okay, these are all my mohair, but I think, yeah, there's also mixed in here. In this basket, there's also a lot of acrylic yarn. There's also some new yarn. I don't know what to do with acrylic yarn. I think maybe I will put some of that away. For example, this, I just will never use it. So then I'd rather give it to somebody or like to the secondhand store. I also still have some yarn. This acrylic yarn, I'm not sure. I'm gonna put these to the side for now. They have been in here for years. I think I bought these round about when I first started. Do I sort by color or material? That's that. Okay, I emptied all of them. Okay, let's see. I think I will collect all the little tiny skeins. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna do it by color, and maybe like the yarns that I use the least, I will put at the bottom. Will I put a lot of yarn away? I'm not sure. Oh, this could, yeah. I know myself. You know, I know myself, and in like a couple of months, all of a sudden, I'll be like, I really actually like that. And then I wish I would have had that color. So why did I put that away? Is my question then. So I'm not going to do that. Because for example, I had it with this one. This is like a brown, light brown, but there's like a little sparkle in it. And I really like sparkle things in knits. The only thing is that I don't know is that if like the color suits me. So you tell me. But for now I will keep it. I can always come back to it. Okay, same goes with this one. Also, I will try to put maybe a bit of the same brands together. Mainly I will sort by color, but I will also try to put the same kind of brands maybe together. That would be nice for me. This is basically a really good match with this one. So I think if you would want to make a sweater, it would be very cute in this combo. But I have a lot of them. This peach, actually I have a yarn. I bought this Japanese noodle yarn in Berlin when I was in Berlin. And I want to keep it like take it together with a yarn that I have, but I'm debating if I want to do it with like a more peach tone or if I want to do it with a more red tone, or even, but I don't know if I have that, maybe in my cones like a more pink. That's what I'm not so sure about. because this is, for example, with pink, cute, but if I look at the peach, because there's like a peach tone in it, I think this could be nice together. So I'm not really sure about that one. I think it's gonna be super satisfying that they're all gonna be divided by color again. I think this yarn is also a yarn that I found in the secondhand store. I just love it. I will keep on telling it to you. I love finding yarn in the secondhand store. Really love a good blue color. I think it also suits me a lot better, the color blue. So I think maybe that's why that I have so much blue yarn as well. And then in my yarn baskets, I also always drop the cedar balls. That's it for this one. Okay, that's it. Perfect. Okay, I'm so happy. Perfect. Look at these. They're so pretty and color coordinated. I can't wait. Let me just put some bubbles in there. Okay, this is really great. I thought this was gonna take way longer, but and they fit, like they close nicely again. Put them on the side. I'm so happy. They're so organized right now. That's great. Okay, now I have these little ones left. I can use these for like scraps, my tiny scarves. I think that will be a great idea. So I'm very, very, very excited. Next up, I want to collect these ones in, I don't really know what. I don't know. Let's just scoot this problem to the side. And this problem as well. I will put all of these in a bag because these can just go away because I will not really use them. This can go. This bag. And then I feel like lastly, actually I'm lying. This is so not lastly. I have this big pile of knits and I don't really know what to do with it. I don't really know what to do because I don't really wear them when they're in this basket. But I also don't really have place for them in my closet. Yet also there's pieces in here that really needs to be adapted. So this is like a great mix of like whips and actual finished projects. Maybe if I put it on there, I will actually finish it or like unravel it. Maybe I should do that later. Okay, I think I don't want to do it anymore. Don't like it anymore. I will continue, I guess. Surprise! I was putting away the fabrics and I found more yarn, more secondhand yarn. And the thing with this yarn is I went through it with this yarn. I really went through it. Because I was like afraid that there were going to be bugs in there. I bought it at the flea market and I first put them for 2 weeks in the freezer and then I washed skein by skein and then I hung them to dry. I don't know, and now I separated them and they're fine. You know, when you're like skeptical and you still don't know if you really want to like them with your own yarn stash, you know what I mean? Even though I really checked them and they're clean. It's really cute yarn. It's more like a raspberry pink. It's very fluffy. I think it's half mohair something and then half polyamide, I think. So it's not a completely natural fiber, which is fine. But the thing now is, do I keep them in this bag and put them in my basket, or do I like put them somewhere else? That's the thing that I don't really know. Or do I put these with my scrap yarns? Maybe not. Maybe that's like the worst idea of all of them. I think I will put them in my basket just on top in the plastic bag to be safe. But yeah, there's like literally no bugs in it anymore, but just to be safe, I'm gonna put them in there. So far, I feel like it looks already cleaner. Let's just keep it like that. What else do I need to do? I still have my sweaters here that I can hang up. But I feel like I realized when I hang them, it takes a lot of space in a way. I can also fold them. I made this dress, or I am making this dress, and I wanted to put like these little flowers on the side, but I have never gotten to actually finish it. So yeah, thumbs down for me as well. I kind of don't really know what to do with these sweaters right now. Because in no way do they fit in my closet. Maybe it doesn't bother that much that it's hanging here. Maybe it doesn't. I will just keep them like this for now. This one I will fold and put here. I love how I take them all out and then because I don't know where to put them, I'll just decide to put them right back where I found them. This one on top, that I'm reminded that I need to unravel this one and reknit the color. Okay, that's still a problem. Okay, we have reached the end of the video. I'm more happy than you, I think. Or maybe you're also happy, I don't know. I'm very happy that I have decluttered and unorganized. No, that I have decluttered and organized my knitting corner. I think it does look better. It feels like I didn't do much, but the main part was really organizing my yarn stash, just taking all of the little bits and bobs that were laying on my knitting table and put them in their own place or put them away, which I did. So I'm very happy that I did that. I think I'm ready to, well, I'm always ready to knit more, obviously, because the weather is getting colder and that is great weather. I'm currently working also on a balaclava and I'm so excited, but you know, that's not the video. This is not what the video is about. I hope you enjoyed watching me decluttering or like organizing this little corner. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. And if you like this, don't forget to subscribe because I just really enjoy filming anything that has to do with knitting. So, you know, if you also like that, I am the place to be. So I hope to see you in my next video.